Hello. As you can see, I have this little clover leaf in my hair, which a child that I met just an hour ago and which I have not seen before put in put in my hair. And I feel so touched because this child decided to love me and decided to shower me with or share with me the pure joy that this boy has of just hanging out with us, hanging out with me, with this other, with his mother. And I feel sad because most of the most of the people around me are not able to express authentic joy anymore, like a child is able to express. And I wonder, like, how come? How come for us human beings, joy seems one of the most difficult feelings to feel, to access, to um, use also, use consciously. What I see out there is mainly unconscious use of joy because what you get as a child growing up are these conflicting messages about joy. You for one for on one hand you get told be happy, like be happy, enjoy your life, be our sunshine, smile again. Or later in your life it sounds more like this underlying message of when you get a good degree you can get a good job and then you will make a lot of money or just find a nice place to work and that will be great, you will be happy. Or when you buy a house and you build a family and you can take care of your family, then you will be happy. And even in smaller ways, when I get this done, um, when I'm in vacation in 2 weeks, when I finally can go on vacation, then I can relax, then I can be happy, then I can enjoy my life. So this is it's like this constant chasing of happiness or yeah, joy, which is a chase that basically ends up nowhere because when you get the thing done or you go on vacation, most of us don't take the time to actually sense into the pure delight of being alive, having reached the goal, celebrating that you've made it, you've kept your word, or you finished a project, or you're meeting this friend. I've been to a wedding a few weeks ago, and this moment in church, when those two people said yes to each other, it is such a celebration. It is such a moment of um, rejoicing and in this decision, formally sharing it with your family, with your village, with the people who you love. And those two people, it's like there was no, I mean, this is personal, but if I would ever marry, which is not what I want, but if I would be standing there making this formal space, I would throw my hands in the air. I would shout out to my people and say, yes, this is the man I love. I want nothing more than to be with him. Which, by the way, and I hope you do too, I do every day to my partner. This can be one of the practices for you to connect to your joy, is to share with your loved ones that you love them and that you how much you celebrate being with them. Okay, so I went off here a little bit with my example because I wanted to share that we've been so numbed for our own joy. And what happened is this general thought where of feelings are not okay. So I was talking about the conflicting messages, and that the one message of joy is be happy, like chase your dream and be happy. And then there's a very contradictory message happening at the same time, which is don't be too loud when you're laughing. Don't be too happy. You'll regret it. Or, um, why are you happy? Don't you have any work to do? So it can be different for you, like what is the exact wording, but the underlying message is the same for most of us, is this conflict, which leads to an insane twist, really an insane twist, especially around the feeling of joy. That what do you do? What do you do with all this this rejoicing of being alive when you first come into this earth as a baby, and you get these conflicting messages? You turn it, you numb yourself to your own joy, and that's when it becomes unconscious and comes out in really weird ways. Like it can be mixed with anger, that you can only be glad when you see somebody else suffering, um or or you could turn, which is also mixed with anger, but you can turn into a nice girl that smiles all the time and just tries to make things happy for everybody and harmonious. um or you would, this is more my strategy of joy, and I feel really sad about it, um is this um, seriousness. Like, that's a way of numbing my own joy, is becoming so serious that I've really forgotten how it is to celebrate, how it is to um, rejoice, be delighted. And I'm I have and I am still learning, not learning, but reclaiming it back, reclaiming my joy back. Mm, because in the seriousness, the only way for me to express joy was to be childish. And that's even like, it basically, the joy stopped evolving on this child level, and whenever I would express joy, it would just look very childish. And then when I express joy and it looks so childish, my serious box, my serious way of um, um you know thinking about myself and the world judges my own expression, which leads to even more seriousness. And it's this very tight grip on yourself when you have a similar thing like I do. And it's so painful. It's so painful. You're basically putting yourself in a torture chamber. Trying, like, that's a survival strategy, which is such self-torture. And I mean, one of the ways to one of the ways to reclaim your joy is to lower your numbness bar. Lower your numbness bar to not only your joy, but especially anger, sadness, fear, and joy. Those four feelings, and reconnect with your heart and what you want, which is all the things that we do in expand the box training and in labs. That's really the phase one initiation work that we offer in possibility management, is this learning how to feel, getting back the intelligence of your heart, getting back of your authentic expression of who you are when you're so ecstatically alive.